In this video, all students will be able to define a sequence and write the equation of an arithmetic sequence. So the first thing you need to know is, what is a sequence? A sequence is a list of numbers. So for example, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27. If someone asks you what a sequence is, you're going to tell them it's a list of numbers. Let's try. Hey, what's a sequence? Sorry, what? What's a sequence? Just break it down for me. What is a sequence? Each time you should have answered, it's a list of numbers. So in a sequence, there are terms. Terms refer to each number in the sequence. We see some terms in the sequence, but the ... means it continues on in the same fashion. We use n to represent the term number. For example, if we want to talk about the second term, we use n equals 2. So that would be the second number, the second term. We use the format a sub n. You see how there's an a and then a little n underneath it? A sub n, that's how you say it. We use the format a sub n to refer to the answer in a particular position. For example, the answer in the second position would be called a sub 2 because it's the answer in the second position. In the sequence above, oh darn it, you can't see it on the screen. In this sequence, a sub 2 equals 15 because 15 is in the second position. If we want to refer to a number in any position, we use a sub n because it means the answer in the n position. Any n refers to any term, it should just say n refers to any term number. So here's our check for understanding. Fill out the information below for the sequence here. I'd like to know what a sub 1 is, a sub 2, a sub 3, a sub 4, and a sub 5 is. Please pause this video now and answer all parts in the check for understanding. Then press play to check your answers. A sub 1 is 12, a sub 2 is 15, a sub 3 is 18, a sub 4 is 21, a sub 5 is 24. 27 would be known as a sub 6, although I did not ask you about that. Is there a sub 0? Why or why not explain your answer? No, because there is no 0 term in a list. The first number is automatically the first term, or a sub 1. So let's get our next word now. We've gotten sequence, term, and now we're going to talk about a specific kind of sequence called an arithmetic sequence. An arithmetic sequence is a list of numbers that increases or decreases by the same number each time. So, for example, if the sequence started with 22, and then you had 30, and 38, and 46, this is arithmetic because it goes up by 8 each time. Maybe the sequence goes 22, 20, 18, 16. So this is also arithmetic because it goes down by the same number each time. Here's another section of check for understanding. Put a check mark next to each sequence that is an arithmetic sequence. Please pause this video now and do this check for understanding. In this section, you should have put check marks next to all of the sequences on the right. This first one is not arithmetic because it goes up by 2 and then by 6 and then by 18 and so on. So it doesn't go up by the same amount each time. However, over here on the right, you'll notice that it goes down by 3 each time. On the left, 12, 6, 3, it's going down but not by the same amount each time. It goes down by different amounts each time. Over here on the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's arithmetic because you're going up by 1 each time. You may have put a check mark next to this one on the bottom left. 5, negative 5, 5, negative 5, 5, negative 5. It is true that it goes down by 10, up by 10, down by 10, up by 10, but an arithmetic sequence would only do one of those things over and over again. So this is not an arithmetic sequence. This last one is because it's going down by tens each time. We're only going to do one example together, and I'm going to ask you to finish it on your own so that we can start tomorrow's lesson with a discussion. So here we go. Example number 1. 8, 13, 18, 23, 28, ... So let's start with the terms we know. What is a sub 1? What is the answer in the first position? 8. What is the answer in the second position? What is a sub 2? 13. A sub 3? 18. A sub 4? 23. A sub 5? 28. Describe the pattern of the sequence. Go ahead and pause this video and describe the pattern you see. The pattern is that the numbers go up by 5. What would be the next number in the sequence? What number would go next? What number would be a sub 6? The answer is 33. So how did I get that answer? I added 5 to the last term to get the next term. So let's organize our work. Here you'll notice we have a table which you're very familiar with, but instead of saying x and y, it says n and a sub n. So we're going to write the term number here and the answer that is in that term position there. So what was the number in the first position? The number in the first position is 8. How did we get that answer? Well, we got that answer by just having 8. It starts with 8. What about an answer in the second position, in the second term? It was 13. So, how do you get the 13? How do you get the 13? Well, you started with 8, and then you had to add 5. Okay? What about the number in the third position? The number in the third position is 18. So how did we get up to 18? Well, we'd started with 8. We added 5 to get to 13. And we added by 5 again to get to 18. The fourth position is 23. We got 23 by starting with 8, adding 5, and then on top of that last term, adding 5 again. And the fifth term that we know is 28, which you get by starting with 8 and adding 5 onto the last term. You'll notice that there's a pattern. When you think about all the work that's involved, there's actually a pattern here, and that's what we're going to be getting at today. On the right-hand side, you'll see some questions. These are some questions to help you think about the process. What are some things that all the answers have in common, and what are some patterns that you see? Your gate check. You're actually going to finish the rest of this page, including the written answers. They're there for a reason, so make sure you do them. Do not skip them. Finish the rest of this page to the best of your ability. Best of your ability. Then you're going to submit your final answer in the last question on your Google Gate Check. Okay? So don't forget to go to the Google Forms and fill out your Gate Check. So you're going to be using this chart that we just generated together. You're going to use these questions to help you think about the process. And then there's a few questions that help you lead up to the answer, and you're going to write your final answer in your Gate Check on Google Forms. Thanks, Honey Bunnies!